So, you're considering using our waste removal load and go service. However, you've looked at the different load sizes of the waste removal options that we can offer you, but you're just not sure which is the right size for you. In this video, we're going to break down our 4 different size waste removal options to try and help you decide on which service is right for you. These are our dedicated waste collection vehicles. On the back of our vehicle houses an enclosed 14-yard tipper, which we load all of your waste inside. The way we price our collections is all around the amount of the vehicle that the waste fills. And what we'll do now is dive inside the back of the vehicle to give you a gauge on the different load sizes and therefore how they correlate to the price point. Let's go. When our team arrive to remove your waste on the day, it doesn't matter if you've underestimated the amount of waste that you have, because on the day when we load your waste, we only charge you based on the amount that we actually take away. So here we are inside the tipper. As you can see, 14 yards is quite a lot of room. To give you an idea on how our load sizes work, I thought I'd jump in the back here and actually point out the different markers that we use to gauge the waste that we're taking away. So our smallest service is obviously our single item collection service, which, as it says on the tin, covers the price for one single item, whether that be a washing machine, a fridge, a mattress, you name it. But once we go up from there and we start to look at our micro, 1/4, half and full load services, we appreciate that sometimes from your computer screen it's very tough to gauge exactly which service is right for you. So when we come into the vehicle, the first starting point is our micro load service. Now our micro load service we would usually gauge as coming up to no higher than this point of the vehicle, and it would usually take up 1/2 backwards. So it would fill half of the tipper, but no higher than this point on the vehicle. So that would be your first half, or in other words, the back half here, only up to the back here, but it wouldn't come any further forward. The next service would be our 1/4 load service, and our 1/4 of the vehicle service would fill the entire footprint of the vehicle, or up to, but again, no higher than 1/4 of the truck's height. So again, it's effectively double your micro load service, but again, height-wise, it doesn't come any higher, it just fills the entire bed of the base. And that's how we would gauge our 1/4 load service. The next one up is our 1/2 load service, which, as it says on the tin, would take up 1/2 of the height of the vehicle. And this is equivalent to a 7-yard service. So this is 7-yard equivalent, which is your average medium-sized skip that you would use from most skip hire companies. This is the equivalent when half of our vehicle is filled to the halfway point of the van. And that's at your half load service. And then of course it leaves us with our full load service, which is our 14 yards, and that is to the height of the roof of the vehicle the entire way through. Most commonly a full shed, a full garage, or sometimes even a small bungalow or small flat would take up the full 14 yards, and that's usually when that service is required. Our most popular and most common service is our half load, but for the smaller one-off collections, our micro and 1/4s can be perfectly simple enough. If you want some advice on how we would best recommend and which booking size is right for you, you can simply send us a photo through of the pile-on collection of your waste, and our advisors will give you as much advice as we can as to which service we would recommend. However, as I said, on the day, we only would charge you based on what we take away. So if you under or overestimate on your booking, our drivers will always guide you on the day, and we can always take payment on the day for the right service that you need once all the waste is loaded up and onto the vehicle. Something important to consider is the potential weight of the rubbish that we're removing. When it comes to soil, rubble and turf, we do sometimes need to understand and facilitate for the weight limit that the vehicle can take. This vehicle can carry a maximum payload of 1 ton of weight, and therefore when it comes to removing heavy substrates such as soil and rubble, we do need to consider our pricing structure slightly changes, as we cannot fill the entire 14 yards with rubble or soil because it would exceed the maximum weight limit of the vehicle. And therefore, if you have soil or rubble, please contact us to discuss the most appropriate pricing option for you.